Jeff Goodman and Matt McCall. Fun game at UConn tonight as they barely avoid their second consecutive loss at home, mind you, as the Huskies win over Butler 80-78 in overtime. Butler, I mean, remind everybody, they're 1-7 in the Big East. They're 8-11 overall. Thad Matta's team certainly hasn't been great. And for UConn, interesting night, A, to survive, but B, Dan Hurley, again, if you go on social media, he's everywhere for talking to the ref, saying, don't turn your back on me. I'm the best damn coach in the country. I'm paraphrasing, but it was something along those lines.
Yeah, don't you big time me. I think it was don't you big time me. I'm the best coach in this effing sport.
Goodman.
Man,
What do you think about this UConn?
All right. I mean, listen, I did this a few months ago with Hurley, and we haven't talked since, in full disclosure, okay?
Sure.
I've known Danny for 25 years. I had him in my prep school tournaments when he was at St. Benedict's, okay? So I like Dan a lot. But I have a hard time liking him at times on the court. I really do. Because I just don't think, no matter whether you and McCall can jump in on this because he's got way more insight into this than I do. But no matter whether you're pissed off at a call or not, no matter whether you think a ref sucks or not, there's a way to deal with referees. They're human beings. They miss calls. They're out there. And I think the other thing is if you're yelling and screaming at these guys and chirping at them the whole time, I've always said this, it's much harder for them to do their jobs. If you're yelling and screaming at them while play's going on, it's going to be harder for them to focus and get calls right. But just the way he talks to these guys, to me at times, is disgusting. It's disgusting. And it needs to stop. And again, like somebody needs to talk to him about this and get him in line because it's not right. Again, they're human beings. They're human beings. Treat them as such.
Matt, what they did the last couple of years was historic. I mean, they were dominant champions. They whipped everybody's ass in the NCAA tournament. And it's one of those programs, you look at the job done on the court and with reverence, I mean, you revere them. What he has become, though, in the aftermath of that, it's like a WWE villain. I mean, I guess he likes it. He's embraced it because in no way, shape, or form has he dialed this down. And tonight, I mean, I'm the best coach in the country. Don't you dare. I mean, even if you are, I would say right now, yeah, sure, you've won 2 in a row. But could you imagine?
I mean, he has a point, right?
Like, well, yeah, but like, could you imagine Jay Wright or Tony Bennett or any of those guys in their day? I mean, go screw yourself, you arrogant. Like, it just pisses me. It's making UConn the villain of basketball. I don't think it's fair to his kids because right now, like tonight, for example, I was rooting my butt off for Butler. And it's not like I'm a Butler fan. It's that I hate Dan Hurley. It's become that to me. It's become that. I'm sure he's a wonderful guy. I mean, Goodman's known him for 20-something plus years. But this
he
kind
really
of stuff,
is. Like, he's charming as hell. If you get him off the court, I'm telling you, you would absolutely love him, and I love him. The only thing that I can't deal with is Dan Hurley versus the refs.
It's
the
too much.
Only thing. It's
too much.
Why, Jeff, don't you think they tee him up more?
They're scared of him. I know why. I know why. Because they want,
exactly.
They don't want to get taken off.
That's a fear factor that's he's putting in them.
He's got
right from a coach's standpoint, and I never reached the status that he did. Not even came close.
If I was ever a head coach again, let's be honest, they were terrified.
No, I don't think they were scared of me. I think that when I would go nuts on officials and stomp my feet and scream and yell, I think it gave my teams anxiety.
Yeah,
I don't think it helped my teams. I don't know if he does it from the standpoint of he's trying to inspire his team, but for me, just speaking from a coach's perspective, looking back at my career, when I would scream and stomp and scream at officials and try to get calls and do all that, if I was ever calling ball plays again on a sideline, I don't think I would do it. There's a time and a place. There's a time and a place when you need to try to inspire your team when they're not playing to the level of capability or they're not playing hard or they're not playing with great effort, no question. And maybe you pull the official over and say, hey, I'm going to get one here because I'm going to try to fire my team up. But I felt like from my standpoint, when I was over there, when I did it, and as a young head coach, I did it way too much. I don't think it helped my team by any means. I don't know if he does it, and it does help his team. They've won back-to-back national championships. I've seen him his last year at Rhode Island where he knew that he had the best team in the league, and it wasn't even close, really. Like, it was not even close his last year at Rhode Island. He didn't act like that. He knew. Like, and I even think last year, like, I don't remember, how many times he went absolutely nuts on officials because he didn't have to, because they were the best team, and he knew he had the best team. And maybe this year it's just a little bit different. I think expectations when you're coming off back-to-back national championships, I mean, he's dealing with a lot too. He turns down the Laker job, he comes back. I mean, there's something to be said about that as well. But from my standpoint, I never felt like it helped. I don't know, like, everybody's talking about it and everybody's watching it. And if it's that big of a deal, why aren't they throwing out more technical fouls? Like, why are they not giving him more technical fouls? Or why is the league, why is the Big East not getting involved?
They're scared.
They are scared. They're scared of losing. They're scared of losing their assignments, I think is a big part of it, Matt. And
okay, so then why is the league not getting involved?
Because they're scared of him too. They're scared of him too. And
well,
I think because they know
he's
right
doing
now,
a good job creating feer in everybody. Like, I mean,
but they won
can
2
get away with what he
titles.
wants.
They're valuable. Like, they're valuable to the brand.
But all you got to do now, all you got to do is run them 3 straight times, and it's over. It is over. That's it.